Have you ever seen this photo before? I bet you recognize at least two of these faces. Yeah, that's Jesse Lingard and Paul Pogba, both Manchester United Academy shining stars. Their time at United might not have been their peak, but boy did they play a crucial role in the club's recent triumphs. But hang on, who's that third guy? Ah, that's Ravel Morrison, once touted as the next big thing, even more promising than Lingard or Pogba. Imagine that. Sir Alex Ferguson, a legend in his own right, considered Morrison one of the most gifted players he ever saw at United. That's quite a statement, isn't it? Yet Morrison's journey took an unexpected detour. With a mere 3 appearances for United, his career turned into a what-if scenario, bouncing from club to club, struggling to find his place. And this brings us to the hot topic, Manchester United's latest prodigy, Kobbie Mainoo. Just 18 and already tagged as the club's next big hope. The question on everybody's mind is, will Mainoo reach the dizzying heights of a star like Pogba, or will his path mirror Morrison's rollercoaster career? Stick around as we explore the potential roads Mainoo's career could travel. But before we dive in, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe and ring that notification bell to stay updated with all the latest football insights. Now let's dive into why everyone's buzzing about Kobbie Mainoo. Ready for a trip down career lane? Good. Born on a spring day, April 19, 2005, Kobbie's football saga began early. His first touches were with Cheadle and Gatley Junior Football Club. Fast forward quickly to age 9 and he's already turning heads at Manchester United. Why? His technical wizardry, strength and endurance made him stand out. By 15, Mainoo wasn't just playing, he was dominating in the under-18 teams at United. Talk about climbing the ladder fast. His pivotal role there, he helped the under-18 squad clinch the FA Youth Cup in the 21-22 season, netting 2 goals on their road to glory. Then he levelled up to the under-23s and even played in the UEFA Youth League. Whilst others his age were buried in textbooks, Kobbie was busy carving his name in United's youth ranks. The 22-23 season was a game-changer for him. With 13 appearances in the Premier League too, he caught the eye of senior team coach Erik ten Hag. His first big show, a 3-0 EFL Cup win over Charlton Athletic, a trophy United eventually bagged. Manchester United, not wanting to repeat a Pogba-Juventus saga, secured Mainoo with a long-term contract in February. Like Pogba, Mainoo is a powerhouse midfielder known for his playmaking magic. Pace, passing, vision, technique, dribbling, creativity, athleticism. He's got it all, plus a knack for tackling and positional play, making him a midfield maestro. 2023-24 was set to be his spotlight season. He even shone in the pre-season tour in the USA, especially against Arsenal. But fate had a twist. An ankle injury against Real Madrid benched him for 3 months. Yet, upon his comeback, Mainoo impressed in the Premier League during United's 3-0 win against Everton, showing his mettle in midfield. You might be wondering, what's the big deal about Kobbie Mainoo, and why is he hailed as one of the most exceptional talents from United's academy? Well, let's zoom into Mainoo's player profile and uncover the hype. Mainoo's game is a blend of defensive grit and attacking flair. He's got the build, the brawn and the stamina to handle the rough and tumble of the game. Technically, he's a wizard. Think close control dribbling and slick, swift changes of direction with the ball glued to his feet. He's a master at dodging defenders and knows exactly when to release the ball, showcasing killer decision-making chops. Add to that, he's a maestro in controlling the game's pace, speeding it up or slowing it down as the play demands. But wait, there's more. Mainoo's got a football brain that's off the charts. His ability to spot gaps and carve out chances for a team is next level. His mix of physical prowess and football smarts makes him a midfield dynamo. Now, some are quick to compare him to Pogba, but we think he's more in the league of Frankie de Jong or Thiago Alcantara, especially considering how Ten Hag plans to use him. Sounds ambitious? Just hold that thought. United's been wrestling with their number 6 role for ages. Sure, Casemiro was a fix last season, but age isn't exactly on his side, and this season, that's shown. But here's the twist. Mainoo, on his full debut against Everton, played as a lone 6 and boy, did he shine. His maturity, ability to shake off pressure, and knack for linking defence and attack were eye-opening. It's been a while since United had someone who could receive the ball with their back to play, then pivot and push forward. Michael Carrick was the last man to do that in a United jersey. Yes, it's been that long. Yet hold on, there's more to Kobbie Mainoo than just his skills on the pitch. It's his mindset that really sets him apart. Picture this, a young player, yet so mature and balanced, like he's built for the high-stakes world of pro football. United's youth coach, Travis Binion, doesn't just rave about his skills, he's all about Mainoo's resilience and unwavering focus, qualities that are gold in the big leagues. His Premier League debut, a masterclass in poise, earning nods from football heavyweights like Roy Keane and Gary Neville for his technical prowess and coolness under fire. Now, here's where the Mainoo-Pogba parallel takes a detour. Paul Pogba, the social media sensation, the style icon with the weekly new hairdos, the man known for his flashy on-field antics, he loves the limelight. Not only that, but there's a buzz about his punctuality issues, with Matic pointing out Pogba's occasional tiredness at training during their Man United days together. That's Pogba for you, but Mainoo, he is on a different wavelength. He's 100% football focused. You can tell by his demeanour on the pitch, no showboating, just sheer hard graft. This mentality might be that fine line for Mainoo to either succeed or fail. But is it enough? Well, there's a catch. Rushing an 18-year-old into the midfield battleground of one of the world's most challenging leagues is a gamble. For Mainoo, stepping into the heart of Man United's lineup could either skyrocket his confidence and growth, or, and this is a big or, it could backfire, especially given the turbulent times at Old Trafford. History is littered with tales of prodigies who couldn't keep up with the breakneck pace and pressure of top-tier football. Forget about United's own prospects for a second. Remember Renato Sanchez? The kid was on fire at Benfica, but once he hit Bayern Munich, it was a slow burnout. Form dips, injuries, you name it. Let's roll back the years to Barcelona's Bojan Krkic, hyped as La Masia's next big thing, but the spotlight was just too much, too soon. The list goes on, from Stefan El-Shaarawy to Man United's own Adnan Januzaj. Remember how Old Trafford echoed with the chants for Januzaj? Yay! Januzaj! Januzaj! There! He even inherited Ryan Giggs' iconic number 11. But we all know how that story ended. So, back to Mainoo. He's got the talent, the work ethic, the maturity beyond his years. But can he handle the relentless pressure of Premier League football, especially at a club like Manchester United, where anything less than instant success is seen as a failure? In the club's current state, that's a tough call. Man United has been a mess from top to bottom, even before the retirement of the great Alex Ferguson. The proof, it's in their transfer decisions. Think back to 2009, Ronaldo, one of their all-time greats, leaves, and who steps in? Antonio Valencia. No shade on Valencia, but that's a tough act to follow. This highlights that the decision-making at the club has been nothing short of underwhelming for years. And the same goes for youth development. Paul Pogba, as an example, compare his rise at Juve with his rollercoaster stint back in England. Not just Pogba, but Jadon Sancho, Antony, Donny van de Beek, these are all talents brimming with potential, yet somehow falling short in Manchester. Even homegrown talent like Marcus Rashford is struggling at his peak. And then there's Anthony Elanga, who only found his groove after moving to Nottingham Forest. At United, pressure is on another level. Media scrutiny, pundit opinions, fan expectations, it is intense. Add to that reports of a distressed locker room, players rebelling, managers losing grip, and a top brass that seems to be making it up as they go along. Not exactly the nurturing ground for a young player like Mainoo. So, what's in store for Mainoo? Predicting the future is tricky, but we could be looking at two paths. One, he moves to another club, maybe on loan, to develop away from Old Trafford's pressure cooker. It worked for Pogba at Juve. A similar stint could be a game changer for Mainoo. But there's a catch. Even if Mainoo thrives elsewhere, it doesn't guarantee a future at United. Just look at James Garner. He went to Nottingham Forest, played a key role in their promotion, then returned to United, only to be sold to Everton. The second scenario, the one every United fan is holding their breath for, paints a different picture for Kobbie Mainoo. Imagine this, Man United under new ownership, revamped recruitment strategies, solid squad planning, and a renewed focus on nurturing young talents. In such a setup, Mainoo wouldn't just be another player, he'd be a pivotal part of a grand project, growing steadily away from the relentless spotlight. With experienced players bolstering United midfield, Mainoo wouldn't have to bear the weight of expectation alone. He could develop at his own pace, absorbing lessons from seasoned pros without the immediate pressure of being the team's saviour. So, as we close this chapter of our football analysis, the big question about Kobbie Mainoo's future still hangs in the air. Will he soar to the heights of football greatness, or will his story be tinged with a hint of what could have been? Mainoo's path so far signals a promising future. Yet, as the tales of Pogba, Morrison, Sanchez and Kirchig show us, the road to the top is never straight. It's a journey full of potential, but also unpredictability. What's clear that is Mainoo has the raw talent, the right attitude and a golden opportunity to make a lasting impact at Manchester United and in the wider world of football. The next chapter of his story is yet to be written. And with that, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to keep up with our latest football insights and forecasts.